This is Brennan with the Kiteboarder magazine. I'm here in Dakhla, Morocco with Charles Bertrand.
Hey, Brennan.
We're here at the 2018 F1 dealer meetings, and we've basically been holding meetings in this small little room all week long, learning about the latest product from F1. And so now, Charles, you're going to take us through the current foil collection.
Exactly, the current foil collection. Before we release some new stuff in spring 2018. But for now, what we have here is the existing collection. So we have two main families in the range. We have the hybrid aluminum range and we have the carbon range. The hybrid aluminum is made of an aluminum mast with mast foot and connecting to the wings and the fuselage. The mast foot is now aluminum as well, and we have this specific FCD concept. That this is the name we gave to that connection system. And so what that does is that you place the wing into the mast, same for the fuselage, and you can with one single rod assemble the whole foil basically. So
very simple.
Super easy, super fast, very simple. The wings are carbon composite, same for the fuselage and the stabilizer. So this is really a great product for free riding and advancing through the stages of foiling. We have a number of wings available. This is one of the big advantage of our collection, and something we're quite happy with is that we have a range, wing range that starts at 510, that's square centimeters, and then it goes all the way to 1,000 and 1,200. So if you're beginning into foiling, or if you want to learn about it, you need to look into a larger wing, a wing that's large and also thicker. That will help you fly at low speed. So this is really the key into succeeding an easy start into the foil. I mean, people who started foiling some years ago, maybe they had a more difficult start, and they surely have talked a lot about it. But these days, we have made some huge progress on how to make an easy foil to start, how to make a beginner foil. And I mean, this week we've had some of our shops, some of our retailers, they never had foils before. They're starting with this new collection here, and in one day, one afternoon, they're up on the foil, they're having fun. They really enjoy it. So
much more friendly learning curve.
Exactly.
Now.
So really, if you think foiling is something that's not for you, it's not the case anymore.
And you would say basically your biggest foil, your 1200, that's the one.
Yeah, the 1200 will be the beginner foil for all the larger people, maybe like upper body size, and the 1000 is a great wing to learn on for the little to medium size people. All these front wings work with the same fuselage and the same stabilizer. That's something we really worked a lot on, so that we could make sure we could be sure that the wing is always perfectly balanced with the fuselage. So that means also if you want to upgrade later to another wing, a smaller one, as you get better, you want to get a little bit more speed, you want to get something like a different wing, you can buy a different wing, plug it into the same setup, and everything works straight away. So really, that's one of the really cool aspects about our foil range. To show you an example, this is the 1200 wing set up on a 55 mast. So this setup could either be used for beginning on a normal kiteboard, but this is also a great setup to go surfing with. The great thing about foiling is all the connections it enables between the different sports. You could go kiting, you could go surfing, you could go supping, and we really care for all these disciplines, and we make sure our foils work for all these disciplines. So our 1200 wing can also surf, and you can put that setup on the surfboard and go surf foiling, and everything works. Moving on to the carbon range. This is our carbon mast. It still has the same FCD connection system at the bottom. We have here connected a 510 square centimeter wing. This is the smallest we have. This wing offers amazing glide. I mean, really, this is the best feature of that wing. It needs a little bit of more speed before you can take off. So, I mean, you can move to that wing if you've had, a bit of flying hours. If you're intermediate, getting better, getting more confident, you can move to that wing and, really unleash the speed and the power and it's really providing amazing light feelings on the water. We have it set up with a shorter fuselage and a smaller stabilizer to create less drag and get the glide and get the speed. The mast comes into two lengths, 95 and 105 centimeters. For the aluminum, we have a wide range of length. We have 45, 55, 65, 75, and 90. So all of these are available, and so we have really all the options.
And how would you kind of counsel or recommend someone when they're trying to choose mast height? How would you steer them through that choice?
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, people should know about that. When beginning, it's best to start with a short mast. So whether you're beginning on your own foil or whether you're going through a school, it's important that you start with a shorter mast. Probably around 65 centimeters probably is a good place to start from. And then you can move up. You can go to 75 and 90. Don't be afraid when you're confident on the 65 to jump on the 90. If you're confident enough, you're going to spend maybe a couple of hours to adjust to the new length, but 90 centimeters is really the length you should go for when you're confident, and this is the length that's going to be used by most people once they know how to foil.
Because that allows them to really rail upwind.
Exactly, you can hinge backward and you can really lean backward upwind. You can take more angle, you can go right when there's a bit more chop, when the conditions are not so ideal. That will take you through most of the conditions, and that will give you the best speed and the best experience.
Cool, well, that's some great info. Do you want to talk about some boards?
Exactly, we have a range of boards available as well. So again, starting from the beginning, when we start foiling, we have the 51 and the 51 TS. These two boards have the same outline and same rocker line as well. The difference is the construction method. The 51 is a standard, like kite surfboard construction with a bamboo sandwich and an EPS core. And the TS stands for top sheet. This is a twin tip construction, so it makes a thin board, but it's also like the board is super strong. I mean, the solidity of the top sheet is really second to none, and obviously the construction process enables also to propose a cheaper price for that board. Moving along the range, if this is the 49. Both tend to keep the same length because we feel the length is an important factor to give stability as well. And when doing touchdowns, it's good to have a bit of length in front of you so that you can actually, not fall as hard and actually recover from that touchdown. So moving down, we go for a narrower width. A board that's going to be slimmer, more narrow, is going to let you lean backward further without necessarily having the wingtips that go through the surface on the foil side. So the more speed you want, the more serious you want to be about your foiling, the more you're going to go for a board that's a little bit more narrow. So this is the 49. The 49 is available in carbon construction or fiberglass construction, as we see here. We also have in the range a 47 and a 45. These designs are a little bit more specific to racing practice, and they have more volume, like bigger thickness, but they have big chamfered rails to make the rail thinner, so that when you hit the water, you're not gonna, it's not gonna upset you too much, and you can actually
bounce right out of it.
Exactly, hit the water and carry on without being unsettled. And finally, we have the Me Too convertible. We've been through the surfboard range before with you, Brandon, but the Me Too is our bestseller in terms of surfboards, and we have this version that's available with a KF box, so same box as we have here at the top of our mast. And so this is a convertible board, or 2-in-1. So you can take that board to surf in waves or do strapless freestyle, and you can actually foil that board when the wind is down. So if you want
prone surf, yeah,
and prone surf as well, as well. So it's really like if you're looking to travel, do all sorts of different styles of kiting or surfing or stuff, and only get one board, this is the one.
What's your thoughts when you connect a foil up to this? Do you take the fins out of the bottom? Is that
you can leave them on, you can take them off, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, if you take them off, it's a little bit cleaner, when you foil, but there's no issues keeping them on.
Yep. So that is the range. And,
that is the range pretty
and
much.
if anybody has any questions, they can go where?
Yeah, I mean, all the details of the range are on the website www.f-1kites.com.
Great. Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it.